Hello. I titled today's blog, Pursue Love. The scripture I put in was 1 Corinthians 12:31. It's the last verse in chapter 12. But earnestly desire the best gifts, and yet I show you a more excellent way. A lot of people will read the Bible, read chapters and everything. We'll go to the end of the chapter and we'll see that, and we'll never think about what's really going on. In the 12th chapter, Paul talks about the different gifts and everything of prophecy and healing and laying on of hands and all kind of gifts that are wonderful gifts that we do receive from God. But the most excellent gift, the most excellent way, what he's talking about is love. The very next chapter is chapter 13 of 1 Corinthians, which most people know is called the love chapter. And I didn't go into chapter 13. I've read it a million times. I know what it says and I know how important love is. There's nothing more important that we can have than the love of God inside of us. This love of God that's, I call it agape love, unconditional love. It's an unconditional love where we're able to love our enemies and the people that would spitefully use us. This is what Jesus told us to do, to love our enemies and pray for those who would spitefully use us. Well, as a mere mortal human being, it's impossible. We cannot possibly love our enemies and truly pray for those who would use us and spitefully talk about us and everything else and mistreat us. No, we can't do it as human beings. But the wonderful thing is that we can do all things through Christ. With Christ in us, as we ask God to help us, He will give us whatever it is that we need in order to find this love, in order to achieve this love, in order to grab this love. The love of God, which even surpasses human understanding, can be imparted into our spirits. We can receive this love, but we must desire it. We must ask God for it. He's not just going to give it to us. But if we truly seek to pray for our enemies and truly seek to follow God, to love those who would use us, and ask Him to help us, then He will give us this love, this unconditional agape love toward others that they don't deserve. Just like we don't deserve the love of God, but He gives us His love. And He wants everything that's going to come and going to happen, it's going to come through us. It's for us. That is the whole thing about it. The way the world, the evil, which we all know, the world is full of evil. And it's getting worse and worse. But still, there's lots of good, beautiful, wonderful people. In fact, most people deep down are really good. The only way that most people are ever going to see God is to see Him in us, as we will show them this wonderful love, this undeserved love, this agape love. As we can't just run up and kiss them, but we can show we care for them, or whatever we can do to let people know that we care deeply for them. And you're always going to get opportunities to do this. And as you ask God to help you to love them and you begin to apply it in your life, that is when more and more of Christ comes to live inside of you. More and more of Christ is in you, the more you are able to love. And the more you ask God to help you, the greater this love will come into you. And this is what it's all about. The scripture that says the glory of the Lord is going to cover the earth as the waters cover the sea. That's the way it's going to happen. It's going to happen as the love of God penetrates each of us. As we give out love, as people begin to realize the only way for any of us to be happy, I've already learned this, is to serve. And God said that He that will be greatest is the servant of all. So as we begin to serve others and we want to, and we realize that that's the only thing that really brings happiness, that brings any real happiness. To me, I am the most happy that I ever am when I realize that I'm doing something to help someone, that I'm just helping them, just whatever it may be. And as long as we have this attitude, this mindset of pursuing love, of letting the love of God flow through us, and at first we gotta maybe force ourselves. It says the kingdom is taken by force, and that's the way it's done. We have to force ourselves to do things that is not comfortable, or maybe we wouldn't even want to do. But if we will do it and we will ask God for His help, He will give us whatever we need in order to impart Christ to others. And that's what it's all about. Thanks for watching. Have a glorious day.